Hey guys, how's it going? It's Chase. In this video, I just want to talk about a couple of things going on with the YouTube channel and other things. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was something that bothered me in the repair community that I find very problematic. Now, there are problems all over the repair community, sourcing parts. Business could be up and down, customers up and down, good customers, bad customers, ugly customers, just things like that. And the one thing that I found that is a problem in the repair community is pride. Pride is a big deal in the repair community, and it's a big problem. When I'm saying pride, I'm talking like knocking someone else's repair job because it doesn't look the best, or they attempted to fix it and didn't. And now I understand that there are some shops that take in jobs that they don't necessarily know how to fix them, and there is an amount of uh, there is an amount of there are things that sometimes that you shouldn't do and things that you should do. It's always a good thing to work on your own stuff before you work on a customer's device, but sometimes that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to practice on other devices, and sometimes customers have no problem with you trying, and that's fine. There's no problem with that. Um, and if you knock somebody for their work and they are learning, well, then the thing is you had to learn yourself as well. I mean, someone you had to learn from experience, and then you got good, and then to kind of keep this level of I'm the best, and everybody below me, I have my opinion, and my opinion is the best, and everybody else's is just not that good. The thing is everybody's work. If it works, it works. Now, I think there is a level of the work needs to be decent, decent. Like for instance, if you're doing an HDMI port, the pins should be soldered, decently. I'd say they don't have to look pretty; they just have to be solid. You know, so if you're doing a USB port off of anything that's like a micro USB port, if you're desoldering one and soldering one, I think the pin should be soldered on, not just like, not soldered on. Like, if it works, then that's good, But I think that there is a problem when you go to the extreme of knocking someone else's job that they've done, just by looking at it, even if the job works, and just knocking it because it doesn't look the best. The thing is, in the repair industry, you just need to make it work. And you can try to make it work, or you can try to make it look good, but not always is it going to look good. Sometimes you literally have to um, engineer your own repair and re-engineer the part of the board in order to get the repair done. And so there's a lot of hardcore judgment going on, and I even used to do it myself back several years ago when I was in the Xbox modding scene before I became a Christian. Um, there was this one time that I had a customer came in, and he had this modded Xbox 360. And if you know anything about modded Xbox 360s, with the glitch chips, sometimes it takes longer for the console to boot with the wrong timing file flash to the chip, etc. So, anyways, the customer was standing next to me while I was on my bench pulling his system apart. He had bought it from someone, and I was knocking the guy, whoever installed this glitch chip. I was knocking him left and right, up and down, and I literally, when we got, probably 10 minutes into this thing, and I literally go to take the disk drive out and I go to pull the board out. I used to write my name on some of the consoles that I would work on, and guess whose name was on that motherboard? It was mine. My name was on that motherboard, and I was knocking myself the whole time. So I literally was eating my words when I was knocking or I was knocking that guy that did that job. I was the guy that did that job. Um, so, it reminds me of a verse in scriptures that says, "Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever man soweth, that also shall he reap." And, I'm thinking to myself, now that's not karma, but that's God saying that if you sow corruption, you're going to reap corruption. You're going to reap that thing that you sowed. And the Bible is true when it says that. I experienced it firsthand, but even before I was a Christian, I thought it was interesting how I actually seen it play out, and I didn't even expect that. I was expecting somebody else that actually did that mod chip install, but no, it was me. That was my name on the board and everything. And after I became a Christian, I understood that just tearing someone down, it's wrong. That's not good to do. It's very wrong. It's not a good thing. And I think that there should be an amount of humility, especially with repairs. I think there should be a lifting up and an encouragement into anyone that even attempts a repair. Now, I really think that there should be humility in anything that we do, and there should be a Christ-likeness, esteeming others better than ourselves, and lifting people up and encouraging people. I think that is what needs to happen. But anyways, guys, enjoy the rest of this video. I'll see you guys. So a common repair that I see sometimes is actually a Xbox One bind button that breaks off the board. Sometimes this can happen probably from a drop, or if you push the bind button in too far, it will actually break off. But let's go ahead and power up the microscope camera. We got this button here. You can see the things that actually broke off here. We got this pad here is probably ground, and then we got the actual button here. We'll hold this button in place, and I'm going to clear these pads off of the broken button. There we go. Alright, the button is cleaned up. We'll set that aside, and we'll grab the board here and take a look at what we got going on. So this is where the button sits, and you can see where it ripped off right there. So we got this pad here. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of flux down on the board here. Let's get this button over here. Alright, so I'm going to flip this around here. Okay, that's about where we need it. We need to blow some solder that pin right there. I wonder if I can get this camera to focus a little bit more. Man, I don't know. It just didn't look really good. It looks real grainy. It doesn't look real nice. Alright. Let's get in here and we'll go ahead and solder up this. Alright. Alright, so the button is soldered in. Now we just need to go ahead and scrape up some of this mask here, the copper. And what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to create some sort of bond that we can make a little solder blob that will blob over to the actual button. So I adjusted my camera because I realized that The microscope was so out of focus. But yeah, let's go ahead and try to attempt to solder this thing in. The goal here is to have the iron on a lower temperature because you want to be able to blob that solder up. You want to be able to have it to where it will blob. I realized I didn't scratch up enough there. Let's get some flux down. Alright. See how when we lowered the temperature, we were able to get it to blob over and then I ended up messing it up. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So yeah, we kind of blobbed it over and it made the button real nice and it blobbed it. Let me zoom out here. We blobbed the solder over and it looks really nice on the side of that. Now let's do the other side. Alright, I don't think I scraped up enough there at all. So I'm going to scrape up a little bit more here. Alright, let's go. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Let's do these back pins here real quick. That's what we're going to do right there. Wow, that worked first try. Alright, now we got to do this leg back here. Let's get some solder on the tip of this here. There we go. That's it. Now, take a look at that button and just make sure that there's no bridges. Awesome. Alright, cool. We got that soldered in. That's done. That's done. That's done. Alright, now does the button click? That's what we need to know. We need to know. Does the button click? And the button clicks and it's solid on the board. Praise the Lord. Awesome. We got the button soldered on the board. And so the job is done as long as it fits in the controller, no problem, the button actually clicks. So let's get this controller back together and see what it does. Alright guys, we got the controller back together and I'm going to put some batteries in it and just see if this thing decides it wants to power up. Let's see here. Alright. Is it this button here? Does the bind button work? Haha, the bind button's working. Alright guys, well, that's it for this video. I want to give you guys an update for what's going on with the giveaway. So what we're doing, instead of 500 likes on the video, we're going to just do 250 likes. We're going to just do 250 likes instead of 500. The main reason behind that is because I didn't realize that the giveaway would take this long as it has. I considered that it would take a couple of weeks to hit 500, and it's been over a month and we haven't hit it. So not to be discouraged that we would never hit 500. It's just, I would rather just give the PS4 away and just, you know, quit wasting time on having it sit here. There's no point in that. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and stay tuned to a future video. I have a couple of things that I've been working on lately. I have an iPhone 6 board here that I bought when I first got my other microscope, which you guys remember in the older videos, that one that I had mounted to the desk. And I had bought a water-damaged iPhone 6 the same exact day, and I had knocked some capacitors off the board thinking I could fix this, and yeah, no. Long story short, I'm going to keep it really short and sweet, but I have some chips I'm going to be replacing on it. I'm not super familiar with iPhone repair, and I have a couple of 6S boards that I have been working on and doing just practice on, and hopefully we'll get this working. I'm about halfway through the repair, and I didn't film anything, but I want to film the entire repair with this board and see if we can get it working. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate all of the support that you guys have been giving me. It's been so cool to watch the channel grow and to see all the love and support in the comments. You guys are great. I will see you guys in the next video, and make sure to like, subscribe, comment below. If you guys want to see anything else in another video, just let me know. I'll see you guys later.